Hey everybody, I'm going to show you guys Orbus VR. It's an MMO, and here we go. And I'll show you some of the different classes. It does have pretty long load times, but it's in beta, and alright. Since I'm going to be talking to you guys, I'm going to go down here so I'm not interrupting all these people. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the warrior class, which has loading, which has several powers, and to perform their abilities, you actually have to do combos like are listed in this book. So to do wound, you would go left slash, up slash, oops, left slash, right slash. And it took me a bit of time to get used to it, and it actually does more damage as a warrior if you get a big arcing swing that swings kind of fast. And as well, you can do hamstring, which slows your target, cleave, which is an AoE, and provoke, which anybody who's played an MMO knows what provoke does. And you also have a built-in provoke with this horn. Anyway, get rid of that book. And you can see it's kind of a low poly. That thing should not be up there. But it's kind of a low poly game, and like I said, it's in beta, but it looks okay. And it's got distance-based chat, so this person over here can probably just barely hear me, but if I got a little closer, he could hear me as though we were talking. Alright, so I'll show you a little bit about the combat here. And to pick up an item, put it in your backpack, just like that. I'm not loving the magical glowy shield. I wish it was a little more standard shield just for appearance sakes. And you can do this charge, which just kind of teleports you. You aim at them, and then you can teleport to them. You can see it doesn't give you a lot of notification, but I was doing that wound ability. And so you can and it doesn't do anything visual. I'm assuming they're going to add spell effects to the attacks a little later. Anyway, so that's warrior. It's pretty neat. You got this giant sword. Alright. So, I'll show you, let's go archer. There we go. Oh, forgot to equip my abilities. So your powers as an archer go down here, and it's actually just in your inventory, which I'm kind of assuming there will be different menus later on. And so now I've got my bow, and I've got my arrow, and I've got my special arrows down here, which the poison one will appear here once the cooldown. There it goes. And archers are really pretty powerful, but I'm also a level 5 archer, so it's going to be a little overpowered for these guys. I'll do better, I promise. and you can charge up your shot like that. You have a cooldown right here, and that lets you like pull back and hold it. You can do a charged attack. And I'm using a combination of poison arrow and piercing arrow, but I'll show you some other arrows here in a second. Like I said, they're pretty OP, and these guys are just slightly under my level. Here, I'll get some different arrows. So that's the piercing arrows, which the piercing does direct damage, and the poison, obviously, does poison damage. I'll show you some of the AoEs. There it is. So this is the spread shot arrow, which none of them hit him. My rain of fire arrow has a long cooldown, so it's taken a while. While that's going, let me pull this guy in. The spread shot seems to change your range. Here, let's do... I'm not sure if charging a rain of fire does much, but... you kind of get a handle on how your bow functions pretty quickly. It's got quite an arc to it, a lot more than you'd get with a regular bow, but it's alright, makes it fun. Alright, let me show you the next one. I'm going to show you the Runecaster class, which is basically a wizard. And with it you have a wand, and using the wand you hold down your trigger and you can draw runes in the air. And this would, if it functions, it would be a frost, which it failed, of course. There we go. Okay, so, and you can guide it by pointing your wand different ways. This is a frostbolt, or not frostbolt, this is ice lance, which if you've hit them with a frostbolt previously, it does extra damage. And there's Fireball 2, which looks something like that. There we go. And this one can be quickly cast. It's a pretty forgiving one. Whoops. And let's see. And then there's Affliction, which looks like that, which I didn't do it right. I think I need to make it taller. This is tricky because these things are 3D, and so if your lines don't quite intersect, it doesn't always work. Well, that should work. That's pretty close. Well, I don't ever have this much trouble with this spell, but there we go. There's also this one, which is tricky to make work sometimes. And this gives you a pushback. I promise you, I had this working. I could do this 10 times in a row yesterday. Anyway, so there's lots of these different. Oh, that one's usually really hard to do. This one's like a. It's kind of an AoE. You can hit a group with it. Just does damage over time. It's not super duper powerful. The go-to spell is Fireball because it doesn't fail very often, and it does a lot of damage. And there's other things. There's rituals. So to revive other players, you need to make this symbol with a line through it, and if I do it right, you get that glow. And then you need a box with something like that, which it didn't work. Gonna too late. Okay, so there we go. And then, oh man, okay. So it's the same as the affliction, and I was too late. So you have to do that pretty quick, and that's how you revive. And there's another one you can do to teleport. And then you draw a combination of symbols, and the symbols you draw give you a portal basically to the place you actually gave the runes for. So if I'd done a different set of runes, it would have taken me somewhere else. And yep, this one took me way far away. And I think these guys are going to be way above my level. Yeah, the star means they're... Oh no. I'm going to die now. Oh, look, a goat. Now would be a good time to show off how you can use a hearthstone to return. And I'm not sure. To me, I would think you drop it and it makes a portal, but in the game, it's real buggy. It seems to be you just kind of shake it around and it will eventually teleport you home. There it goes. And you get a player house where you can make potions. This is kind of interesting because depending on the order you add ingredients, and then you let it heat up, the potion mix will like warm up over time. And I'm just experimenting, I don't remember. So we'll let it go yellow, and then we'll add the mushroom. There, we'll call that good. And then we'll let it go back. I think it should start back at blue again. Yeah. And then when it turns green, we'll put it in the potion and see what happens. This is probably going to be failed, but yeah, ruined potion. And here you can make lures for fishing. I'll show you guys fishing in a minute. Storage, general RPG kind of stuff. You can put your miscellaneous things, which I don't really have any wasted items right now, so although I should probably stop using those since they're valuable. All right, I'll stick around here to show you the Musketeer class, which I have not leveled at all yet. So, yeah, let's see. Let's get it. So, we'll go shield. What do we have? Poison. Cure wounds. We'll put cure wounds over here. I don't know. Renew? Go with that one. So this is mainly a healing class. I haven't done much with it, but basically your orbs here are each a different ability. And so this is the poison one. I actually load that into the gun. And then, yeah, the next enemy I shoot, it should do that poison damage too. Let's see, I don't know what this one is, but I think it's one of... And my health's right there, so yeah, you can see I got the renew and the shield on. So it's really a supporty kind of class. Doesn't seem to do a lot of damage, but I am only level 1. So having your health renew over time, that's pretty good. This is the class I have the least practice with, so that must be a direct heal. So what's this one? That's the heal over time. That's the shield, okay. Otherwise, I guess you just spam bullets. There's supposed to be an AoE heal too, but that must be in the menu still. There's a guy. Wow. Yeah, that's the direct heal. Let me see about switching one of these. Let's get rid of the instant heal and try, see if I can find the AoE heal. Yeah, let's try that. Looks like it might have a long cooldown. So this is the support / healing class mainly. It's interesting to have that as a gunner. I don't know what the actual range is. My aim with this gun, it doesn't sight very well, so I'm kind of weird with it yet. It's not the quickest class to kill things with, but having those heals and stuff, I don't know, I died on these. Could have been just because I'd never played the game before, but pretty much every other class I died fighting these guys. You're pretty standard RPG fare. You pick up tongues and eyes and stuff off the bad guys, and occasionally they drop loot. But actually having to have some skill, like with the archer class, actually having to be able to aim and hit your target, and with the warrior class, knowing when to block with your shield and when to swing and what combos to use, gives it some definite interest. Kind of wish I had a direct damage. Ooh, new gun. A direct damage ability. And of course, this gun doesn't look any different. I think I've seen people with lots of different looking things, but it must come later. All those heal over times really make a difference. Anyway, so yeah, and this is a pretty new game. And like I said, it's in beta, so I'm sure everything will improve. Graphics wise, it's already improved over the early YouTube videos I saw of it. No, this class isn't the most exciting. It's okay. I'm sure it'll be super vital for parties later. I haven't been paying attention to my numbers. I'm wondering how much of a damage boost I got when I equipped that other gun. Oop. And you've got a gathering thing. You got a little pickaxe you can use to gather usually pretty obvious looking plants like that. Oh. Alright, this guy is much higher level than me, so we'll see if I survive. Alright, the fact that I was able to beat him is pretty impressive, actually. This is a pretty good survivability class. Although it takes a long time to kill these guys. Leveling would be kind of a pain, I think. Probably not if you're in a party, though. It's so hard to aim with these floating things in my face. Ah. Musketeer's shoulders. I'll go ahead and put... trying to keep my stuff sorted so that I have a set for each of my classes. But none of this gear's doing anything if you're on the wrong class. video of Orbus VR.
I saw. Said you were died.